Right, we're going to give the little two-stroke its run through. So it's all empty of fuel. I just want to pour some water in here and just fire her up and just get her working, just so I know she's working. So the first job I would say is to get water in here. I'm inside because I can't be bothered to move this all the way round. There's loads of gates and things in the way. So I'm going to do it here. If the water does spill, it should, in theory, go under the garage door. Okay, hopefully. But we don't need, you know, to fill this up full. So I'm hoping this will all be fine, like this. And it feels quite sturdy. So let's fill it up with water. I got a hose pipe in here. It shouldn't take too long to fill up. You've got to put water, basically you've got to put water, let the engine take water in, because if it can't take water in, it'll overheat really quickly. I mean, like serious, like even, you know, 20-30 seconds could damage the engine. So you've got to make sure that water's coming out, and there's water coming out of this little valve here that tells you the water's circulating. So we must make sure we've got the water in. Normally, you would probably take the propeller off. Because if you accidentally rev it, the propeller, the water could go everywhere. Also, there's a safety, you know, aspect to that. But I don't have any more cotter pins, and I don't want to risk breaking the cotter pin. So I'm not going to bother. I didn't do that before. While this is doing this, I'm going to go and get some fuel. And oh, there is a little bit of fuel in there actually. There shouldn't be fuel in there. I'm trying to work out why there's fuel in there. Okay, well, let's just give it a go with the fuel that's in there. Let's just make sure you can see. There we go. So we've got the kill cord on. Got to remember how to do this. Make sure it's in neutral. Make sure the valve's open here. Make sure the fuel line is on. And then we put the run a little bit up, and we put the choke up, and then we're ready to go. We're nearly there on the fuel, on the water. Don't know how I'm going to get rid of this water, but we'll work it out. So ideally the water needs to come up to the little, I forget what that's called, but this little platform here. And I don't know if you can see that from the camera. We're nearly there now. So I think we'll be just about there. There we go. Gosh, we are right on there. We are actually right on the top of this. Oh well, you live and learn. Right, let's check. Let's give it a go. Maybe I'll just have to push it. I'm a little bit close to the side there. Oh yeah. I hope this isn't gonna be too manic. It's in neutral. Run out of fuel now. Ooh, stinky in here. That's one engine tested. One engine tested, and the reason you let it run out is you make sure that there's no fuel left in the carburettor where it can sort of create deposits that will stop it running. That's one healthy little engine. So I'm surprised that went that well, to be frank. That's brilliant. I was expecting it to take, you know, a fair few minutes just to get it warmed up, but I put it to bed fine. The only worry was that the fuel, the two-stroke that's already in there seems to be a little bit in there. That must be, I'm trying to think, the last time I used this engine now would have been when I went on the River Weaver, and that was July, August, maybe August. So that's September, October, November, January, February, March. That's 6 months. Okay, so that's okay. So obviously the fuel's okay as well, and it sounded quite good as well. So I'm really chuffed with that. That's a really good test. We can test it out when we actually, you know, go to a place that needs the engine. But it's nice to know that the engine's, you know, in working order and we can use it when we need it. Great stuff. That's that job done.